Okay, so two questions. One on the border. We're already seeing signs of, massive strain at border facilities, and especially in the Rio Grande Valley, and, Title 42 is ending next week. How confident is the president that the fixes that he's put in place are going to hold, given that we're already seeing, strains in the system?
So let me first say that, look, as you know, we have been putting forth policies and programs for the past several months, heading into May 11th and understanding, right, that Title 42 is going to lift. And so you've heard from the Department of Homeland Security, you've heard from the State Department. They just held a press conference last week. And so we have laid out what the tools in our toolbox that the president is able to use to deal with this issue, to deal with the challenges that we're seeing at the border. And this is something that the president has been taking very seriously from the beginning of his administration. And we have asked Congress to take action. We have asked Congress to meet us even halfway as we put forward a legislation on the first day of his administration, a comprehensive immigration piece of legislation. And we understand how important it is to modernize a broken system. So we take this seriously. We put our processes in place. I can say, as some of you are already following, that Secretary Mayorkas is at the border in Texas today with many of your colleagues to assess ongoing preparations for the return to Title VIII immigration processing, something that I spoke about today. They'll be visiting a processing center, a port of entry meeting with migrants and agents, and observing some of the removal flights that DHS is ramping up. Secretary Mayorkas is going to hold a press conference tomorrow at 2 p.m., so I would recommend or suggest, friendly suggestion, to listen in on his press conference on the multi-agency comprehensive response that we're having today. And so I'll leave it there. Look, I can't say what it's going to look like after May 11th, but what I can say is that this is an administration that has taken the challenges that we see at the border very seriously since day one.
Heading into May 11th, the U.S. has some troops going to the U.S. border and other items to prepare for possible influx of migrants. What is the U.S. asking Mexico to do to prepare? Are you expecting them to match that force or anything like that?
No, I would walk you away from thinking that this additional force deployment there's some sort of reciprocal action that we're looking for from Mexico. I'd point you to the readout of Liz Sherwood Randall's trip to Mexico City. I mean, it's clear that we've got good dialogue with Mexican authorities, both at getting at drug trafficking as well as illegal immigration. And we're grateful for the Mexican government's willingness to continue to take and house migrants that illegally are trying to enter the United States. So there's been a terrific dialogue there. I'd point you to that. But don't think about this extra 1,500 troops as some sort of thing we're looking for, reciprocal behavior. Again, and Karine did a good job with this yesterday, but just to reiterate, these troops are not going to participate in law enforcement activities. They're simply going to flesh out what is already an existing mission by DOD on the border with administrative tasks, helping with logistics and sustainment and that kind of thing.